Okay, this is Bert. I'm so fed up with Amazon's reviews. I mean, like I said, I just discovered this new thing called review hijacking, and because I'd never seen this before, I was like, what the hell is going on? I keep seeing these pictures and videos and actual reviews of other products inside of products I'm looking at. And this is an article about Amazon, um, on Tom's Guide, so which was interesting. That's how I found what this hijacking thing was called. Um, but I'm going to show you an example, and I have come across this a lot of times. I've been looking for a cheap smartwatch, particularly an athletic one, but it's to a smartwatch too. I've never actually played with one, so I was looking for something cheap just to play with. And this was one that looked pretty good. I mean, look, it's got 597 customer reviews, 3.8 out of 5 stars. It's not bad. I mean, even the 1 star is only 7%. Um, Let me kind of go through it and look at the videos. I mean, I have honestly, literally been looking for these smartwatches for at least a dozen hours now. So I've gone through just about frickin' every one of them, particularly the athletic ones, but just about every, sub, sub $50 or $60 watch. Um, and like I said, this one looked pretty good. I was kind of thinking, hey, it might be a good choice. But I first started, and on this and many other products, um, I started noticing, like in the Q and A's, even, you would actually find that there's a lot of answered questions, but if you actually dig through this, you'll find out they don't all pertain to, well, let's try this. Okay. Well, anyway, I mean, it's hard to use this as an example, but I have come across even the Q and A's often don't pertain to the product at hand. I don't want to waste your time going through looking for these because I want to cover the reviews. Um, but yeah, if you go and look at all customer reviews, what I decided to do is go ahead and let's keep it all stars. Let's go ahead and go verify purchases because those are supposedly more trustworthy. Well, 402 of them are verified purchasers. Okay, and that filters them out, but I still think their star rating might include all reviews. I'm not sure of that because they say somewhere in here that that it's based on not just an average but some kind of an algorithm. But in any event, go top rated, I always switch to most recent. The reason I do that is so you can look and see what the most recent reviews are saying about it. Because a lot of times, with Chinese products in particular, you have quality fade. So the initial products, like released 2 years ago, may be actually better quality than the ones they're putting out on the market right now. They might be a different batch. So that's why I kind of look at the most recent reviews first, because it could be that some of these products are a victim of quality fade. Chinese companies start making it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, more and more crappy, as time goes on. So, they become less reliable eventually. But that's why I kind of do this, but that's still not the point I'm making here. This review has actually been hijacked. If you see these, these actually do pertain to watches. And here's where I first started noticing it. Shit. Damn it. I hate doing this. I'm going to have to redo this. Here's where I first started noticing it. As I went down, I was like, because I noticed that sometimes you had little videos, okay, which were by, people that have reviewed the product. But oftentimes you don't see those, but you do have a lot of times these images, particularly if you've got a lot of reviews. And so you can see that all these relate to the watch until here. Okay, what the hell's this? There's some kind of a mug or something like that. But you still got some watch pictures mixed in with it, which is curious, to say the least. And here's another one for a mug. Okay, but then, okay, what's this? Some kind of bag? Okay, and then you got another watch mixed in with it. assuming these are in chronological order, that is. They may not be, but boy, they kind of seem like they are, because the further on down you go, the more irrelevant pictures you seem to get. Okay, now we're talking about cookies and bread and some kind of ball, but still mixed in with watch pictures. But again, these may not be all of the same date. Let's look and see what it says. July 18th, 2018 versus November 19th, 2015. So these aren't in chronological order. But the point is, this is where I first started getting upset, because I started seeing this in a lot of these different watches. And I'm like, what the hell are these irrelevant pictures? So I started reporting them. Let's see. I forgot where I reported them at, but I started reporting a lot of them saying they were, irrelevant. It might have been on the videos or something that I was doing that on, but anyway, that's where I first started noticing is this picture grid. Then I was like, man, that bugs me, because I'm like, okay, well, is this rating really for this watch or not? You got like a cookie thing, okay, from 2015. Well, okay, I was like, well, maybe for some reason some people are putting like, fake reviews in this thing, and to try to upsell products that don't relate to this. So I thought it was some kind of a spamming thing, but it's not, because these are actual legitimate reviews for a different product. This has been hijacked from an older product, and the best way to do it, or to see what I'm talking about, is try to go back to where I was. Okay, so I got it, set to, well, crazy thing. Okay, yeah, most recent, all stars, verified purchasers, right? That's where I left off. Now these are, first all about this watch. Okay, but let's go to the end one. And Amazon actually kind of encourages this. That's what pisses me off, because they don't make it easy to actually investigate these types of things, as you'll see here in a minute. Okay, so we go back to the very end of the list. This doesn't look like it has anything to do with the watch. And let's go to 38. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't seem to have anything to do with the watch either. Holy shit. Make sure I got this set right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that looks like a good product, but it's not for a watch. But see, now I can only do this one at a time, and I keep having to scroll down to find out when these actually start, because I don't know. I'm trying to see how many of these 500 something reviews, or at least the ones that are 402 of them that are verified purchasers. Because see, these are all verified purchasers down here. That's what we got it set to, but they're applying to a different product. Massage ball? What the fuck is that? I'm trying to get a fucking watch here. And a cheap watch at that. Okay, but trying to get to the bottom. Okay, back pain reliever. And again, I'm trying to find out how many of these are fake. Well, I have to keep scrolling down, okay, and doing this one at a time, because Amazon doesn't make this easy. And again, that's why I think they're kind of culpable in this, because they don't make it easy. They do not make some of this shit easy. I mean, actually, I got a list of things that I could probably suggest that Amazon should do to change this crap. Like having better filters over on the left, like Walmart does, where you can always filter by price, price range you set. That's what I like about Walmart's website instead of Amazon. But Walmart doesn't have as much stuff, so but Amazon, sometimes you can do that, but not all the time. That's what sucks. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's see. Like I said, how far back does this go? Hell, I don't know. I'm going to try to find it, and I'll get back to you. Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to get to the bottom of them. I'm trying to find, okay, with king crabs, we got some kind of oven mitt, and or mat or something like that, and definitely a cup. One of those vacuum thermos mugs or whatever. I still have not got to the bottom of it. Good crab tools. Okay, what the fuck is that? uh, 19 of them. Remember, there were like, what, 40, 41 of them. Okay, over half of these so far are not related to the frickin' product. And the thing is that clearly this, talking about, hijacking, this has been hijacked multiple times. I'm like 4 or 5 times. Why does Amazon even allow them to reuse stuff like that? I mean, they should just lock these things in place, after they've had a certain, amount of success, and not allow them to change it, because that's what happens. They actually take an old product that is not being used anymore, if they have access to, and they go and change the, all the information to a new product, and that's why this has been hijacked like 4 or 5 times. The latest is this watch I'm looking at. So, and who knows, it might have even been hijacked for more than one watch. But see, the thing is that you can't go in and look at verified purchaser for what. It doesn't actually say specifically. Not right here. It doesn't. So like I said, it if you look into it, it acts like it's applied to this particular product that I'm looking for. Namely this watch. So. Which is the platform? I'm trying to attach my head footboards. See here, talk about it. Top critical review is not even for this product. Best for box spring setups. What's that have to do with a watch? See, this definitely a watch. Love this watch. Okay, that's what I'm interested in. Not something to do with box springs from 20. Well, shit, this is from 2018. Oh, hell no. Man, that means this has been hijacked recently. Huh, we'll see. I still haven't gotten to the bottom of this. Great diaper bag? But like I said, well over half of these are impertinent. Okay, now we're finally getting to a goddamn watch. Excuse my French. But you know what? This is fucking bullshit. Okay, Android phone. Love this watch. Cool watch. Would not recommend. Sturdy, what does that apply to? It works. Yeah, back to the diaper bag thing. So, wow, it seems to just abruptly cut off and go to the the watch thing on 15. So, geez, yeah, that's just unbelievable. But yeah, so it looks like there are only like 15 of these 41 reviews that pertain to this watch. And I hope this is the same one. I hope it is, because I based a lot of my intent to purchase decisions on some of these pictures, since they don't show you crap, from the manufacturer. I'm kind of okay. So wait a minute. Let's see. Let me. Okay, lots of, okay, so let's see, okay, July 27th, 2018. Yeah, and then 16 was, was the bag or whatever the hell. So April, this was still a thing for box springs or something. Okay, and by July, so this has only been since July, so you can really only kind of trust reviews since July. But you have no way of filtering out by date or anything. If I could say, okay, just show me the star ratings, between the dates of July and the present, like between July and November 2018. Well, if it recalculated the star ratings, that at least give me something better to go off of, even though I would have a much harder time, um, you know, finding out which watch to look at. Let's see. You know, like if I'm out here, you know, I might be looking at the star ratings, you know, which I often do, you know, as to whether I should even look at a watch. Okay, well, that won't reflect out here. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to use the star ratings out here, even if I could filter through it, but at least it's something that I could, you know, use as a tool to further investigate the legitimacy of what I'm looking at. Oh, what? Now I can't get back to it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, I hate. Microsoft Edge. Okay, here we go. Well, yeah, these pictures, you know, don't really show you a lot. So I was kind of wondering, well, okay, you know, are these the only options I've got for the face? Remember, I don't know jack shit about smartwatches. So, you know, is this the only clock they got? Well, fuck, I don't want one that does that, you know. So, I mean, I want to have, you know, more options. Okay, this looks nice, but, you know, that's at least a watch-looking face. But at any rate, you know, there's not a lot of pictures. That's why I'm interested in, you know, at least seeing the pictures that some consumers take, you know, some purchasers take sometimes, because they're actually helpful to see, you know, what some of these things do. But at any rate, that's how I found out about this. And like I said, this by no means, you know, is the only one of these that I've come across that are like this. I mean, I don't know how many are. You know, the only ones I haven't found kind of like this are the ones with relatively few reviews on them. So, yeah, but the ones with relatively few reviews on them. I'm going to go over to the fitness watches, you know, which I was looking at. See, some of these, you know, don't have very many reviews on them. Let's go see if the same thing applies to these types of watches. You know, again, not really a lot of information because there aren't a lot of reviews here. So, you know, this is an Amazon's Choice watch. It's 26 customer reviews. You know, again, 26 usually isn't very many. I usually don't like to buy things with that few reviews because chances are really good they're mostly fake. You know, because again, you've got fake reviews you got to worry about too, and they're a lot harder to spot. You can if you want to do your research, but for a $10 product or $20 product, you want to waste 2 hours doing a bunch of research like I did, like an idiot. Looks great. Let's see how many answered questions do we have? 16. Okay, chances are this is actually a legitimate product. Now let's see the customer images. They're all for this, what appears to be this same watch, although some of them are a different color. That looks like looks like one of the advertisers, the seller put that in there. But at any rate, you know, it looks like it might indeed be the same watch, although, you know, you never know even about these, right? But, you know, the fact of the matter is, you know, this is probably somewhat legitimate, but who knows? I mean, what does Jing do? You know, okay, insights, helpful votes, community activity, good tracker. So how many 5-star reviews is this person giving? Geez, a lot of 5-star reviews. That doesn't mean anything, but still, you know, this could be a real person. I don't know. Oh, hell. Okay, but you know, like I said, when you're looking at different reviewers, you know, you'd have to go through just like I did there and kind of see, you know, what top rated. I wish I could set a default on that, but at any rate, you know, let's see if you know, great fitness app watch, easy to use, sleek and pretty, love purple. You know, you can't even tell. You know, some of these are kind of like some reviews actually sound like they're written by somebody in Chinese. It doesn't speak good English, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a fake review. So, like this person could be a real review. I mean, there's only one item there. I mean, it could be, real. Um, well, whoops. Wait, where's the reviewer? Oh, Sam. Yeah, duh. Okay. Alright, so Sam has got these reviews. Okay, well, one of these is negative at least, but some of these guys do negative reviews, but still there's only 4 of them, so it's a good chance that he might be legitimate. Now I could spend the time to go through and analyze his actual reviews, but I'd rather not. This person could be real, or it could be a fake review with their first review. Again, sometimes the fake reviews could be, the bad reviews could be fake as well. It's hard to say. Now this is odd. Okay, we got a picture there. It looks like somebody's trying to draw attention to themselves. So this person gave a 5-star review. Okay, that's interesting. Great product. I don't know what some of these things are without reading them. Because sometimes you can actually, like I said, look at what they're purchasing and see if they go together. So, I mean, there's lots of ways, if you want to analyze. This is interesting. Okay, here's 2 watches. It's not unusual, though. Sometimes I'll buy multiple products, not knowing which one, multiple cheap products, not knowing which one's, going to be the best. Interesting. A lot of 5-star reviews. Again, without going through this, I'll tell you, with the 5-star reviews in here, I'm thinking this is a fake reviewer. Because this is too many 5-star reviews. I have been an avid reviewer in the past, and I don't review everything 5 stars. So this is a telltale sign that you've got a fake reviewer right here. When they rate everything like that. Now this one product, hey, they're probably just trying to look real or something, I don't know. But this is just too suspect. Maybe they're not fake, but they probably are. And again, you can't always tell by how the product, these are worded or anything else. And sometimes the longer reviews are more likely to be real, but even that, maybe not. So it depends on how determined they are. But I guarantee it, just because it's a long review does not guarantee it's not a fake review, or it's not biased in some way. But even if it is a biased review, or at least let's say a fake review that somebody bought the product for the intent of reviewing it, if they did an honest job, and like for example, this guy rated it 3 stars, well, if that was an honest review, it wouldn't matter if it was biased or I mean, if he was hired to do that or not, if he's given an honest review. But you're rarely going to see that, right? So highly recommended. Okay, this is a pretty long review. I like this fitness tracker. Okay, let's see if I like your history here. 5 star, 5. Yeah, we bought 2 of them though. And boy, this looks like, is this the same product? I mean, it's both reviewed on the same day. It might be the same. Well, it's got a different description and different ratings. So that's weird. Well, again, maybe they bought 2, one for her and one for him, right? So it could be a real review. It's hard to say. Okay. This person here, 5 star, 5 star. Again, same kind of thing. It's kind of weird. This is like the 3rd one we've seen that has actually reviewed 2 smartwatches that they purchased. But again, maybe a lot of people do that. At least are purchased or reviewed on different dates anyway, but not much different dates. But again, because I want to do that. I mean, I'm actually planning on buying 2, but not 2 of the same kind of thing. But I'm planning on buying 2 of them. But as long as they're cheap, right? It's good to have a backup. So again, some of these reviewers are probably for real, but some of them could be fake, But again, who wants to spend that kind of time on a well, $20 or $30 item, especially on a $10 item. But I mean, again, I found, many of these that, blast a hole, damn it. Oh, whoops. Not too far. Okay, but yeah, I found many of these that, again, as long as you got small numbers of reviewers, you won't find any problems. But something like this, that could have fake reviews in it. I don't know though, because this is a higher dollar item, and chances, well, I mean, I guess even a high dollar item could be hijacked. But let's go do a litmus test on them just for shits and giggles. Okay, go down here. So we got a couple of videos here. This is kind of out of my price range, this watch, but I thought it was kind of cool. Okay, lots of pictures here, as you would expect for 1,500 reviews. So far, so good, I think. Yep. Cool. Yeah, that looks legitimate. But again, with a higher dollar product, chances are there's less fishiness going on, because it's harder for people to buy a product as a verified purchaser and get stuck with something like this, $120. You're going to have a harder time finding people that are going to put their neck out on the line for that. But $20, $30 product, yeah, it's a lot easier to find fake reviewers. This, okay, we hadn't looked at this one yet. I guarantee you this is probably fake. So $13 club, well, it was $13 yesterday, $13.99. But at any rate, this watch is it doesn't have all that good of ratings, and you might say, hey, that's not that big of a deal, 2.4 out of 5 stars. But let's go see if they faked it, because that's still a lot of reviews. But again, for 13 bucks, there could be a lot of reviews. So, where are the pictures? Oh, here we go. Okay, so we got this going here. Yeah, not a lot of pictures. They all seem to be related to the watch, so this could be a legitimate company here. So it's only a $13 watch, so I guess a lot of people were inclined to buy it. Again, it's not got particularly good reviews, but chances are good they're pretty legitimate reviews. But again, a lot of these, the earlier ones are probably the fake ones. The further back you go, the more likely they are to be fake. Because, when you put a product out on Amazon and you start off with 0 ratings, it's really hard to sell products. And I can see why they would be inclined to buy a few reviews just to get the ball rolling. I mean, just to prime the pump. I could forgive them for a little bit of that, but, because of just how hard it is to sell on Amazon, it is. With no reviews, good luck. I mean, I generally never buy a product that hasn't been, reviewed at all, let alone very, very much. So, like this product here, I've never looked at because it's got no reviews. It may be the coolest watch in the world, but it had to blow my socks off on price and everything before I'd take a chance on it. It's the first reviewer. Okay, but let's see. Now this one looks interesting. That's got a really good rating, 225 for an $18 watch. In fact, this is one of the ones I'm actually looking at buying. But let's see how legitimate it actually is. Because like I said, you find, here's that one we looked at before, and you can kind of see, the reviews by comparison there. A couple of videos, but this is a BS video. It's just 14 seconds. It's not going to tell you anything for 14 seconds, but let's look at the images here. Now what the hell does this have to do with the watch? There's a fucking dog on here. Okay, did the dog eat the fucking watch? Jeez Louise. Hey, look at that. Yeah, well, anyway. So, probably fake reviews. The question is, how much of them are fake? Well, see all 225 reviews, man, that would take a while to go back and sort through those like we did before. Most recent, verified purchases only, 178. Okay, so I go back to 18. Maybe we'll get to it quicker this time. Simple, easy to use, great price. Steam my veggies. I don't think my watch is supposed to do that. Makes my world a lot easier. That could pertain to a watch. Who the hell knows? Great quality. I have no idea. Dark night color. Ounces. I don't think the watch doesn't weigh very many ounces. Is that what the hell are they talking about? Perfect size, great travel towel. Towel? I'm not looking for a damn towel. 5 stars, just as good as the competition. Man. See, we're going through that again where, geez, a hell of a lot of these are not pertinent. You know, the only thing I can suggest is, you know, if you go through and look at the pictures and go through and look at the very first ads, you know, things that are advertised, I mean, the things that are reviewed. I'm sorry, I've got ADD. It's hard for me to communicate. But if you look at the, you know, go back like I'm doing here, you start from the end and work your way backwards a couple. If you're seeing reviews that seem to pertain to nothing like the product you're actually looking at, well, I wouldn't buy from that vendor, you know, because they're being very, very disingenuous. So great tasting coffee. Jeez, I mean, how many of these are fake? Cute toys, woof woof. Okay, this is total bullshit. Jeez Louise, you look at that. Ugh. Nail, man, over half of them. Smartwatch user, okay. Easy to use. Messages come in. Sounds like a smartwatch. Looks like a smartwatch. Okay, so anyway, 6 out of 18. So 2/3 of these reviews pretty much don't have anything to do with a watch. So again, how good is this thing really? I sure as hell can't say that it's a you know, 4 out of 5 stars basically. That's out the window because that was probably primarily talking about the other product. You know, again, if I could just lop off, you know, all reviews prior to July, you know, well, May, I guess, you know, well, January or December 13th, 2017, well, probably, nope, that's coffee. Well, anyway, all reviews before May 5th, 2018, well, you know, and have it recalculate the stars, and if I could just pretend like those don't exist, well, then I can get a good idea of how good this product really is, even though a lot of these reviews may be fake, and probably are. So, you know, anyway, that's crazy, and that's why you can't really trust Amazon reviews at all anymore. And again, they don't make it easy. You know, these tools should be much, much better when it comes to sorting through information like this. It's really frustrating. You know, the tools really hadn't changed that much in 20 years, you know, 15 or 10, well, at least 10 years or so in terms of what you can do, you know, to sort through this crap. You know, they just don't make it easy. You should have more powerful filtering tools, and not just what I'm mentioning either. At any rate, that's all I can say about it.